Hello, I'm Gary for the show where your favorite creator, me hopefully, gets to sit down and talk about some fantastic projects. We finished, if you have not seen it, we finished the Cult of Mara series in its entirety last week. So, if you have not watched any of them, you can check them out up there. Click on that, I'll take you to Act 1. I think they're all really fun. They're super fun. The Patreon actually got a supersized episode with them all cut together. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a little benefit to join the Patreon. But today, we are now making our trek towards the 48-hour film festival again this year. And as such, I thought, what better way than to go back down memory lane and talk about mine and technically also Cameron's 48-hour film festival challenges. Today, we're talking about the one that started it all. Not just the one that started it all, the one that won the award. We're talking about Borrowed Ice. Let's get into it. Think. What were the other two names? Bank. The Bank. Boom. I remember the cup of ice. Where did you drive to? Okay, so first of all, if you have not seen Borrowed Ice, I highly recommend you check it out. It's a good, fun, solid film. And I love it. So again, that's the top link in the description. Go check it out. Watch it. Come back here. It's short. It's actually less than 7 minutes long. So it's one of my short films. But if you have watched it, hey, welcome back. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with this Okotoks 48-hour film festival, Cameron and I, every year for the past, except for last year, past 5 years, have driven south of Calgary to Okotoks to participate in a 48-hour film challenge as a part of the International Film Festival. This was our first year doing it. I've kind of talked before about how all throughout high school, I made films. I loved making films. And I always wanted to go and do these different film challenges we would see. And I would see them they would be posted up in the school. There was one for a Lethbridge 48-hour film festival. And so the way it works is you show up at the beginning of it, you get given any number of things, from genre. It's usually a genre, and there's 3 that are randomly assigned, a prop or a line of dialogue, and then sometimes there's a sound that has to be included, or image that had to be recreated, or for 1 year there was a director we had to emulate their style. But then you have at it. Yeah, 48 hours from that time of being given that information to write, create, edit, and export your film. Generally, I think it's under 7 minutes or 8 minutes. It's something short. Maybe it's even 6. I don't think it's 6. It's short. And so you have that time to do it. And then you export it. And then a couple weeks later, we go down to the theater in Okotoks. And we actually get to watch them all on the big screen and enjoy them all and then vote for audience choice. But this is our first year doing it. I had seen it. Living Myself started as kind of a film festival challenge for COVID. And I was I really want to do it. And so I was Cameron, hey, would you be available to come help me out with this? He's yeah, for sure. I was perfect. Awesome. Let's do this together. And in my mind, I was that's perfect. We're set. We got the 2 of us. We're ready. And we're already doing the Cult of Mara, because this is during that time. This is 2021. So we've been doing it, and I'm okay. We're good. We're having a good time. We're having fun. Anyways, Cameron, he's yeah. I'm okay. This year, because it's still technically COVID and everything, and they're figuring everything out, it's a virtual. So I'm going to get an email, receive it all. We'll call, we'll plan out our whole, what we're going to do. Then you're going to come over tomorrow, and we'll film. And he's sound good, I'm set. And so what ends up happening is we get ready, we're all set, and we get the information, and it's time loop. Ice was our genre was a time loop movie. Genre or prop was ice, and then the line was, "Hang on, lads, I've got an idea." And so Cameron and I sit there and we're like, okay, this is gonna be easy. And we come up with all these different ideas. And it's like, we got one, and it's a time loop of, and one of the ideas we kind of came down to, like, that was repeatedly showing up, was the time loop is not just a time loop in the sci-fi fashion. The time loop as in it's purgatory until the person stuck in it accepts what happened. And so we're like, okay, so what if we do like a time loop of Liam and Cameron driving in a car, and like it just keeps looping and it's a crash and all that. And we're like, this is awesome. And then we sit back and we go, how the hell are we going to make this? And it's okay, we're going to way too big. We don't have a budget for a car crash, for all this stuff. Let's bring it smaller. Remember, it's just the two of us. Okay, well, we could do like a little like Saw type of thing where they're trapped in a room and they can't figure it out. And I was like, yeah, we got really into it. And then we sat down and I was like, are you thinking that what I'm thinking? He's like, it's kind of boring. I was like, yeah, this could be really boring. And he's like, okay, it's fine. Well, let's come up with a different idea. And so we literally just kept like, okay, going through it. We sit down, like we go back and look through all the ideas. And I'm like, they're all over the place. He's like, yeah, they are. I was like, isn't any like one jumping out? And he goes, no. I'm like, okay, do we have anything like it's showing up multiple times? And we're looking and we're like, purgatory is showing up a lot. Like that's like the time loop. I'm like, okay, I like that. And then I'm like, okay, hear me out. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, so since we're talking about like death and everything, you know the phrase living on borrowed time? He's like, yeah. I'm like, borrowed ice. Except that's not actually directly how it went. But it was like, oh, like, and the ice cube can represent, like, how do you use ice cubes? Like, that represents the time loop. When the ice cube melts, the time resets. That's why each loop is a different length, because not every ice cube melts the same way. He's like, that's a great idea. I'm like, awesome. I think we're set for tomorrow. We're going to film here, and we are good. I'm being 100% serious. That is what happened. We got the idea. We came up with a basic idea and we went, fantastic. See you tomorrow. We'll figure out locations and a proper story and we'll film it all tomorrow. First time doing a 48-hour film. We hadn't done it in this time constraint. Smile, yes, we did the year before. In like 12 hours, we filmed it all. But I'd spent weeks preparing, getting things together, figuring out the script, figuring out the storyline. And I spent a good 2 weeks editing afterwards. That was key. That was key to it because, yes, we filmed in 12 hours, but I had a lot of time to figure out everything else and do everything else. This one, no, not so much. This one, we had literally 48 hours. And so I wake up about, I don't know, 9 a.m. Saturday, because it's always over a weekend. It's over a May long weekend. So we start Friday at 6 p.m., go until Sunday at 6 p.m. And you know, in the years since, we've gotten a lot better. We've figured out a lot more. But this time, this was our first time. We really didn't know what we were doing. And I was really out of practice of making a film like this, and so was he. But this is also a big deal because while, yes, I had made films before, Cameron hadn't directly been a part of creating and producing a film like this. He was a part of the Cult of Mars series, but very different beasts than making a short film. And so we didn't make a script. We didn't make a shot list. We didn't even have friggin' locations or character names or a story. We went, okay, we'll figure it out tomorrow. We got this. It'll be fun. It went from there. So good. Okay, yeah. And the other thing is, what are the colors? This is the last cycle. I was right, Odie Blitz. This is the last cycle. No, I was wrong. And so Saturday rolls around, Cameron comes over. I'm like, hey, fantastic, let's go. We get in my car and we start driving around. I'm like, hey, what are we thinking? Like, we need like a route that maybe isn't going to be too busy, that we could repeatedly film along. We find a couple, we're like, I don't know, this isn't fantastic. And we stop at this one like the park. I know it's a park here. I'm like, let's go check it out. As we're walking, I'm like, this is a nice path that we could actually work with. And he goes, yeah, it is. I go, fantastic. Hey, let's do it. Let's do this here. And then we go, okay, great. Let's get started. And we set up the tripod and everything. And I go, this isn't going to work. And he's like, why not? I was like, so we both need to be on camera. And he's like, well, yeah. I'm like, I don't want this just to be a couple, like, repeated scenes where the camera's just sat and we come into frame. And he goes, oh, yeah, like, we kind of wanted to walk and everything. I'm like, yeah, and like getting like all these different shots, like that's just gonna be really, really hard. And we go, well, crap, we kind of need a third person. That would have been great to figure out ahead. We are mid-challenge now. And so I'm like, my sister, Kirsty, is 10 minutes away. Not even. Let me call Kirsty. She can come help. She can film it. She loves doing that. So we call and she's like, yeah, like I'm not doing anything today. I'm like, perfect, come film. So she comes out and we get to shooting. And pretty much we're like sitting there like, okay, so this is how it's gonna go. It's a bank robbery gone wrong. And my character, Johnny, is in purgatory. But he doesn't realize it because he hasn't accepted that he's the reason that everyone died. It's like, perfect. Cameron's like, yeah, like, Vinny and everything. And he's like, yeah, like, we got it. And so I'm like, okay, so we're going to let's do 6 time loops. And we find out more and more each time. And then the final one, that's when we break out of it. And the whole point is realizing what's going on to get back to the car. It's like, yeah. Film the first one and we go and solved. And we tried to like do a couple of repeated things. And like, it was things to show that at a time, like it was a repeating. It was like always hitting my head on the pipe, which hurt. Because we did it a couple of times trying to see if we could actually hear it on the camera. It didn't work. So what ended up happening was I'd stomp on it and that's what I used for whenever my head hit it. But then like I get up and then a basketball hits me. Why does a basketball hit me? That plays no purpose except to be evidence that it's a time loop that I'm stuck in. So that was like a fun, like, what the heck? But we go from there and we get really into it. And Cameron's hitting me with things that like we haven't prepared because again, we don't have it. I don't know the story. That's the big thing is we have a rough idea of it, but Cameron's like throwing curveballs. He's like, it wasn't just us at the bank, Johnny. And it's like, who else was at the bank, Vinny? And it's like Oni and Blitz. Like, Oni and, you're right. I'm so sorry. Like, you're right. And like Cameron really carried that. And like the entire thing, like obviously it's all improvised, but it is all heavily improvised, which I think is pretty awesome. Like just saying that, just putting it out there, I think it's pretty awesome that it's all 100% improvised. And I think it's really cool what we came up with. But we're going through, we're filming, and then we get to the scenes by the car. And we've been filming for probably a good 2 hours now. And one of the things we had Kirsty bring was a red Solo cup full of ice. Guess what's gone now? The ice, it's melted. Because it's May. It's actually nice out this weekend. So I'm like, okay, great. So I drive quickly back to my parents' house, get a new cup of ice, and I speed back over. I literally went to go get ice. And we get back and we do those scenes. But when I get back, someone's parked beside where I was. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's not that big of an issue. Like, yes, that sucks, but it doesn't like ruin the film. It just kind of messes with the shot because we've already done a whole scene where we get to the car. And the thing is, when you watch it, it's a bunch of cuts. When we filmed it, it was pretty much one long take for the most part, which is also why the improvisation was so impressive. And so we do that, and then we keep going, and we get to kind of the final bit, and we still haven't really used, so we've used our prop, we've used our genre, we haven't used our line, which is, hang on lads, I've got an idea. And I go, okay, what if that's what I say before I get killed? And it's like, oh, that's a good idea. Like, we were trying to figure out like where that works. And so we get there, and I think it's so cool that like I don't have the keys. And then while Vinny, like Cameron's telling me through and walking me through like, what happened and everything and what happened to everybody, I pull the gun out and I raise it up, and it's the keys. The keys are in my hand. I thought that was such a good idea. But we're going. And I'm like, hey, fantastic. Like, we're good. We're chilling. And we're all set. We're ready to go. And I sit down. And I'm like, hey, we've got these shots done. We need, I think, 2 more things. And Cameron's like, yeah, what do we need? Like, we have the time loop stuff. I'm like, I think we need to show a shot up. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, like I think we should do like that should be the final scene of it, is like us in the car covered in blood. And then we also need a scene with ice and a watch, because that was gonna be the art, because we could upload art with it. And so we run back to where we first filmed, found a nice flat rock, watched down ice cube on it that we still had, took a couple of photos. I actually took a bunch of photos. And then we go, okay, let's do this. And so we sit in the car and we kind of frame it up. We figure out where we're going to be. And I go, we need to look like we were messed up. And I had fake blood in my car, because of course I did. And so we go and I'm like, okay, Cameron, we're going to do you first. And I go, what will look good? That really will make it look like you died a lot without, because I'm going to be riddled with bullets because I get shot by the cops. But you don't need that. I got it. And we cover his entire midsection in blood, fake blood. And he's all for it. And he sits down and he goes, this is kind of cool. I'm like, yeah. And then we do and I think the blood splatters, like the bullet holes on me, look really good. And then we get me in the car and I'm like, and that's that. We get that shot, that final shot. We do some voiceovers just to get everything going, really nail down the project. And that's Borrowed Ice. Like, we've got it. I think it's a really solid film. Kind of crazy, the outfit I chose. I was having some insecurities. And when it came to be, oh, Liam, you're going to be the star of the film, I went, fuck. Okay, I want layers. Unfortunately, the layers look really weird, and so the whole outfit just looks odd. And I didn't like this film for probably a good year and a half because of that. But I get all the footage. I'm like, okay, sick. Well, like, we go back, we have dinner, and I go, Cameron, you're free to go. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. His mom comes and picks him up. I go down to start editing. I'm like, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be a breeze. Like, we have such a solid film. I really just have to line up all the footage and get it ready. And I sit down and I do all that, and I go, crap. I give Cameron a call. He's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, good. So issue. And he's like, what? I'm like, so you remember how it's like a 7-minute or a 6-minute time limit, not including before like credits and everything? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so we're sitting at 27 minutes. He's like, what? I'm like, yep. So we filmed 27 minutes of usable footage. I have to cut that down. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how. I think I think we're gonna have to either break time limit or cut a whole loop off, or possibly do reshoots. And none of those options were ideal. None of those were what we wanted to do. So I sit there and I'm going, and I still to this day I don't know how I cut out. What would I have to cut out? 6 minutes, like 21 minutes of footage. And I finished it and I went, nice. Sent it to Cameron. And he went, holy crap, like that's impressive that you got to cut down. It still looks good. I'm like, I just feel like it's missing so much. He goes, well, it's missing a lot of content, but it's still good. I'm like, okay. You good with it? And he's like, yeah, I'm happy with it. Like, I'm good if you are happy. I'm like, yeah, like I think I'm gonna make a couple of changes and then we'll be set. And I submit it and I go, I don't love it. You know, I wish that there was more. Because I feel like we shot so much good stuff. And I just felt like I had to cut so much. Like, it's so jumpy in some places. Like, I don't love it. And like, it works, and like, every time loop doesn't have to be the same. And then we ended each time loop by just like ending it because ice melted. But I'm like, okay, I send it and then forget, because again, it's all online stuff, including the screening. And so we finished it, we forgot about it, moved on. I'm filming, I'm at the lake doing the whole fireside breakthrough, like that time of like, and also like sitting there trying to figure out the ending of the series itself. And so I'm sitting there and like I've eaten dinner and I'm laying on the couch watching a movie. And I think I'm like working on like some stuff. I'm writing ideas down or sending some emails, and I'm just sitting there. Bzz. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm a phoneaholic. And I see from the organizer, congratulations team Maple Studios. And I'm like, hold on. What? So I tap on it, and it's congratulations Maple Studios on winning Best Picture. One, I forgot that the festival screening was tonight, so we missed it completely. Two, we freaking won Best Picture. We won the Best Picture award. That's crazy. That is insane. That is awesome. Yeah, like, what? We did that? So I just thought that was so cool. Like, that was actually honestly like so freaking cool that we won that award. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to tell Cameron. Because also we won like $100. Like, that was the prize. I was like, I have to send him his money. And I call him twice and he doesn't answer. I'm like, like this dude. So I call my family. I'm like, hey, like, guess what? We won Best Picture. And they're like, no way. I'm like, yeah, we won Best Picture. Like, this is awesome. And I'm like doing all these different calls. And then Cameron calls me back like 20 minutes, like half an hour later. And he goes, hey man, what's up? Like, you called me. I go, do you remember Borrowed Ice? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, so screening was tonight. He goes, shoot, man, I'm so sorry I missed it. I'm like, it's okay, I forgot about it too. Guess what? And he's like, what? I'm like, we won Best Picture. Like, we won the Best Picture award. Disbelief too. It's like, that's insane. I was like, I know. Like, such a good feeling, especially because I was so unconfident in the cut of the film. I was like, I think we butchered it. I think because we didn't have a script, we went way over time. We weren't keeping track of things. And because we didn't see, oh, we have way too much footage here. We didn't cut it down, like reshoot more condensely. And so I thought it was going to be a, hey, thanks for participating. Not, congratulations on winning Best Picture. And, you know, I did think, you know, maybe we could win like Best Prop or Best Use of the Genre. But no, we won Best Picture, which was such an awesome moment. And I was like, wow, like, I am kind of good at this editing and filmmaking. Like, I'm not terrible. And not that I really thought I was, but I was like, it's nice to get like an external validation of like a film festival, a legit film festival saying your film was winning Best Picture. The one you directed, edited, and starred in. Really good. Best film we got at the festival, in this festival. So that was just such a high to fly on. And so I was so excited. I was just about to upload it to YouTube. So I like quickly cut together like, I hadn't gotten like the winning like whatever. So what I did in the meantime was I made my own. I looked at what it would look like and then I made my own and I used that and I uploaded it. Super proud of it. Super proud of it. But that's Borrowed Ice. That hair. It's a great film, but I wish that I had the full footage. Wasn't it like Oni and Blitz? The wind was crazy. This is when we were shooting this. I love this ending shot. And that is the end of the 19th episode of The Cutting Room Floor. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. I am super pumped. Let me just say I've done a binge of the next couple of projects that we're going to be talking about and get me a buzzing. Super excited, super having so much fun. Thank you to my patrons. Your names are shown by here. You guys are blowing up. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to, like, I don't know. There are so many of you now. Thank you so much. I really immensely appreciate it, and Cameron does too. Even if you guys aren't from the Sweetcasts, we both appreciate the support, the love. It means the world. And it means so much that I'm able to dedicate more time and energy into these because of the return on investment that I'm getting. So please keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing. We're also growing so fast. I'm so excited. So thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. If you have not seen Borrowed Ice and you watched the whole thing and you went, you know what, that sounds like something that I wouldn't mind watching. It's down the link in the description. Go check that out if you want to become a patron. Also down there. But with that, I love you all to death. Don't forget to stay sweet, and I'll see you in another episode very soon. Goodbye.